What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Andrew's World, and today I got a video for you. If you can tell, if you can tell by the title, today's gonna be a story time. I want to start doing these because some fucked up things have happened to me in my life, and I want to share them. YouTube's the best outlet, don't you think? Okay. So, this is gonna be a story about how I slept with a married man. Okay, sounds bad, but let me explain. So I'll start from the beginning. So we'll do like a slash. Also, I'm gay, kind of a coming out video. If you can't tell by my other videos when I talk about guys and all that, whatever. If you want a coming out video, I'll give you that. Just put it in the comments, but I don't really know, but let me know if you want one. I'll make one. Okay, moving on. So it was my first boyfriend. We'll call him Mike. So, met Mike off Grindr. If any gays out there, you'll know what Grindr is. We met and we started off slow. We started off talking for like a while, and then we dated for a couple months. Then we just broke up because like I broke up with him because like I didn't see myself falling in love with him, so I was just like, not really to keep it going. Like, not that he was a good guy and all that, but I thought he was a good guy, but whatever. So broke up. We still kept in contact, and then even like after we broke up, we kind of like became friends with benefits, strangely. So then like we were still fooling around, we had sex, whatever. So then we were still talking for a while, like after we broke up. Not like talking, but like in contact with each other. So then it was the day before Mother's Day. I get a phone call. Like previously I was also talking to Mike, like literally like yesterday, like prior to like that I was talking to Mike and we were supposed to hang out and whatever. But then like the day before Mother's Day, whatever, I'm getting off track. I get a phone call, and we'll call this guy. I get a phone call from a guy, and he's like, "Is this Andrew?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you know who this is?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, one guy, whatever." And he was like, "Do you know Mike?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, how do you know Mike?" And he was like, this is so weird, like talking to a camera, but whatever. I was like, I don't know, we're friends. He's like, well, what do you guys talk about? I was like, work, life, the weather. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, do you know he's married? And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah. So I just wanted to make sure what your guys' relationship was, because Mike made me like cut off everyone who I ever dated or anything, like hookups, whatever. And I just wanted to make sure. I was like, well, me and Mike did date. And he's like, oh, you did? He's like, when? I was like, well, I don't remember the time frame. I was like, for a couple months, whatever. He was like, oh, okay, well, that's weird, because I thought he was supposed to cut off everyone off and all that. I was like, well, yeah. He's like, well, can you just do me a favor and not talk to Mike anymore? And I was like, well, if I was you, I wouldn't let this go. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, it might not be my place, but like after me and Mike broke up, we were still like fooling around and all that. And he was like, oh, for how long? I was like, I don't know, for a while and all that. But I was like, literally, we were supposed to hang out the other day, so I'm pretty sure he was cheating on his husband with me and all that. It's not my knowledge. I just don't go having sex with people's husbands. I don't do that. No, I don't do that. He's like, okay, thank you, just don't talk to him anymore, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then I call Mike up, and technically I'm texting him, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I have the messages on my phone, but I don't remember what it said. I was like, call me right now, you need to call me right now, sending messages, he wasn't responding. And then like I get one, and he's like, hold on, I'll call you in a minute. I said, no, now. And then he called me, and he was like, hello? Or like, he was like, what's up? I was like, really? You're just gonna act nonchalant like that? And he was like, it's so weird like talking like this. Ill. He was like, what do you want me to say? I was like, well, I got an interesting phone call from your friend. He was like, yeah, what did he say? And I told him, and I was like, oh, by the way, congratulations on being married. He's like, well, I don't know for how long. I think I'm gonna get divorced and all that. And I was just like, why would you do this and all that? And like, so like, I'm at my house, right? So like, I go downstairs because I still live at home, and I was talking to him, whatever, and like my mother was blowing my phone up, and I was like, Mike, let me call you right back. Just give me a second. He's like, well, if you hang up, I'm just gonna go to bed. I said, well, I want to talk to you about it. He's like, well, talk. And he was just being a dick. He's like, you know what, Mike, go fuck yourself. So like, hung up. And my mom just wanted a glass of water. So like, my love life's being destroyed, and my mom wants to quench her thirst. So then I go to bed. Day of Mother's Day, I get 3 messages from Mike, and it was like, Andrew, please don't call or text me anymore. I'm married. I only dated you because I was bored, and I felt like the little chat with my husband was you just trying to break us up. Da da da. Bullshit messages. So like, blocked him, blocked the number of the guy, his husband, whatever. And it's just like, it's funny like how people can try to turn situations around to make like them to go like, your husband called me when we dated, you asked me out, you, and like you're over here like, oh, I want you and da 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 da. But I'm just like, I'm the one trying to break you guys up. I didn't even know you had a husband, and I broke up with your ass. So why would I want you back? It's just like, in love, it's so fucked up. Like, love's like, I can't even get into it because like, love is such like a hard thing. Like, not saying I was in love with Mike, whatever. I want to say his name so bad and tech his ass, but whatever. But it's just like, I did care for him, and I thought he was different, and I thought he cared for me, but it's just like being used, and like I felt used and dirty, and it's just like went through like a long period of time. But it's just like, a good person's like, is it hard to find by, you know? I don't know. So that's my story time of when I slept with a married man, not to my knowledge. So there you go. If you enjoyed the story time, please let me know, and I'll do more of these. Also, the coming up video, if you want that, I will do that for you. Just put it in the comments. Like always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in next time to find out what's going on in my world. Goodbye.